the very first film that was shown tonight. Chris, do you wanna I was gonna ask you actually what your first impressions of Freewheelers Theatre Company was when you joined, because it says, Freewheelers Theatre Company from 2006, I noticed.
I started with the company in 2004. I'd been down with a colleague in the summer of 2004, and somebody put me in touch with Viv Colville. And Viv Colville invited me to come down and do a day's filming. And that led to an Arts Council project the following year, which ran for 6 or 7 months. And because I was around when Viv and the company plucked up courage to leave Dorrin Court and the Queen Elizabeth Foundation, I was asked to come and start up media sessions. And then within a year or so, Gary, you joined, didn't you?
Yeah, I joined shortly after, and I think I was the same. I volunteered for a little bit, and yeah, and I'm still here.
And then somehow they found some money.
Yeah, exactly, and that was great. And it's just so interesting to see, like a full kind of theatre group in rehearsals, and they were doing all these things. I remember with sheets, and everyone was trying to get underneath the sheets, and they were playing with balls and stuff. And so it was just you just walk in, and there was this hive of activity going on, which was a lot of fun. So let's talk about the documentary, Chris. I think if we believe everything, you've been following Ems around for 10 years with a camera.
Absolutely.
Is that entirely accurate?
Day and night. Why don't you come in here, because it's your film as much as it's more your film than mine. I did what I was told, and I came up with ideas, and you rejected them or you accepted them. That was your job. So how does it feel to you at the end of this long road?
I'm happy that it's over with. Over and done with. And I can do something new now.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the process of making it? Because you went back to a lot of places from your childhood.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
I liked remembering it, most of it. Yes.
Yeah. And I think there's a couple of things like sort of bumming down the stairs that your mum didn't even know that you did that. So was there, so that must have been interesting to go around all those old places.
Yes, there was a swimming pool down those stairs, I never said.
Yeah.
There was a swimming pool. I did like it.
Yeah, because we saw the steps, but yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Down the stairs.
And then Ems, late in the day, after we'd been back to St. Piers, just 6 or 7 weeks ago, you said you wanted to tell me one other thing, and I suppose we ought to comment on that because it may have stopped a few people in their tracks.
Yes, I don't talk about it that often nowadays, but I do. Yeah, I did do that.
What do Pete and Dan, and I don't know whether Sam can hear us. Can Sam hear us, Gary?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
turn your camera on, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
I can't see you.
Let me see.
I'm going to text you.
Come on, Sil.
Turn your camera on, Sil.
I just waiting
Don't be
for
shy.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey,
I didn't want to get in trouble. Sorry.
That's fine. So we're just talking about Ems's documentary. Dan, what were your thoughts, and Pete, about Ems's documentary? Pete, you made a documentary a while ago, didn't you?
Pete's made one. I've made one.
Yeah,
I've made one.
Yeah,
so, I
remember yours.
I found Ems's one it's very full on, funny, and a lot of things that you wouldn't known about her, really.
yeah,
Actually.
yeah. And you think you know someone, and then there's all this stuff. Yeah, yeah. So Chris,
quiet.
yeah, Some of
Actually,
the time you are, yeah.
we have a
Chris.
question coming for both Chris and Ems, actually.
Yeah.
Liz
Okay.
Barnes has asked Ems what it was like to watch herself and see her documentary at last, and said, well done to Chris for capturing her so well.
Yeah.
Ems, what was it like watching yourself?
It was good seeing it out. You know, me and my mum and dad and my sister, we seen it up on my TV, mum
Yeah.
and dad's TV, big. That
Yeah.
was good
Big TV. Yeah.
for once.
Full
Yes.
HD. Were you?
That's good. Not only on a laptop, but
Yeah.
on a big TV. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And did all of your family enjoy it? Enjoy most of it? Did
You've
they?
seen it, yes.
Yeah.
A couple of them needed a hanky,
Yeah.
cried a bit of it.
Yeah.
Seen some of it, yeah. But happy and sad, mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I did a little bit, to be honest.
Yeah. So
You, Ems. What made you emotional?
Seeing my late uncle having a good time
Yeah.
with my dad and my family having a good time where he lived.
In Australia.
Yeah, that's it. Down very far away, having a good time. And I know I can't do that anymore. Ever.
I wonder whether I could ask something of Pete, Dan, and Sam, because when you quite early on in the film suddenly comment, Ems, that a lot of the time you find life quite hard.
Yes,
That
I do.
obviously we at Freewheelers, we tend to see you for a day or two a week and not more than that. And there's a lot of people around and there's things going on and, you know, there's stuff to do, blah, blah.
Yes.
So that I found really quite a shock.
Well,
And
when I'm at Freewheelers, I love it. I love it there. You're like a second family now, to be honest. Yes. So that's good.
yeah.
It's a good thing in my life.
Pete, Dan, and Ems, what did you think when Ems suddenly announced in the film that she found life hard a lot of the time, most of the time?
You mean Sam?
Yeah. Pete, Dan, and Sam.
Sam, yeah, Sylv. Whatever.
Sylvie, whatever.
Sorry, serious point. What did you think, guys? Pete?
I feel like I know where I'm coming from. When I was, when I am at the reason, I feel like I am at and more able-bodied people because I can have a proper conversation with the people at the reason. And I feel like I'm not got a disability. at Freewheelers.
You feel like you haven't got a disability at Freewheelers.
Yeah.
That's magic. What a brilliant line, Pete.
Yeah.
Incredible. Dan, what do you think about life and Ems's statement?
It's can be quite hard to hear that when you know how happy that when she's around Freewheelers, that you hear that she has an unhappy side to her, but it's good to see the happy side come out more often, which is good.
Yeah.
Sam, what about yourself?
I was thinking the same as Peter. I forget about my disability. I forget that I'm in a chair. Remember Freewheelers, yeah.
Can I ask you, because we've been running Zoom workshops regularly, is that the same with the Zoom workshops?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
We've had some lovely comments coming in. There's quite a few members of Ems's family congratulating Chris on doing such a good job and saying they understand why it took so long.
I've got hundreds of
There's a Laura Galliford. That might be a relation to Dan.
Your sister Annie, Ems, your sister Annie is asking when part 2 is going to be aired.
2030, I think.
21:30, I think.
Yeah, Nick Waleski says it was brave, inspiring, and inspirational. Well done, Ems.
Oh, Ems, that's brilliant.
Thank you.
And Matthew James says he's loved all the films and the way they've been filmed as well, because it's a great mix of different styles, locations, Zoom, and everything. So he enjoyed the whole evening.
Yeah.
Well done to the media team.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, Sufyan, I'm just saying, said, I enjoyed the whole evening. Well done all. So thank you for the comments. I'm going to turn a slightly different corner and go to Sherlock with Dan.
Yeah.
Because there's definitely more episodes coming, because have you written all 6 episodes?
Written all 6 episodes. I'll have to look again to see about what number 6 is like. Can't remember now. That one, but almost all of them are done. So it's definitely an exciting piece of work to do.
Yeah. And how do you feel about it being an audio piece rather than a film?
It's much more interesting because it will let people use their imagination more.
Yeah.
When you got the sound effects included and all the words being acted out by all the people I casted in it. With Jamie as Sherlock, Pete as Dr. Watson, Luke as Lestrade, and then they're going to
Sam
be...
is in it as Kate Woods. She's in episode 1.
She's in episode
I don't know where I am at the moment.
Yeah, well, you're missing. That's the story,
You're
isn't
missing.
it?
You reappear in a future episode, possibly.
Yeah.
If lucky.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we'll have a look at that after.
Yeah, so hopefully, or almost certainly for film night, there'll be an episode 3 for next year's film night, I think, which may or may not have Sam in it.
So am I missing until then?
Possibly, yeah.
You are,
Well, after I work for you one time.
Yeah. Someone who isn't missing, though, is a character called Sylve, which Sam has created.
Yes.
Sam, I was going to call you Sylve then. Sam, do you want to tell us about...
We've been doing that a lot during film.
Yeah,
it's
a very similar name, to be fair. Sam, do you want to tell us how that character came about? Because
it's from Shady Oaks.
Yeah.
I was the deputy manager, and I was a bit awful. I'm wicked to the staff.
Yeah, your character was, just to make it clear.
Especially the guy called Batty.
Yeah. And what was his catchphrase? What's your name?
What's your name?
Yeah.
As you can do either one. What's your name?
What's your name?
Yeah. And
Jamie. The other Jamie.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, guy called Jamie.
Yeah.
So out of that came this character Sylve, and it was going to be one film, but now it might be a continuation of short stories, possibly. So how was it like? Because do you want to kind of explain how we make films, and particularly how we made Sylve? Because that was one of our lockdown films. Is she still there?
She is.
Ah,
I love vegetables. That's the only thing I like.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that, so what we did with
I don't
Freewheelers,
like people,
yeah,
and I don't want a job
yeah,
if it involves people,
yeah,
especially children.
yeah, yeah. And so at some point we wrote down all of these things that Sam says,
Yeah.
and then out of that there came this character, and
Yeah.
it's a whole group thing, and yeah, we kind of just went from there really, and then we filmed it on Zoom, and
Combining
then
it with the technical challenges of Zoom and the lockdown, which was
yeah,
interesting.
absolutely.
Mm.
And then we kind of did a couple of scenes. We did scenes twice because Annette noticed that there was I think there was trousers hanging off the back of Luke's chair at one
Oh,
point,
yes.
and so we refilmed that. We reshot that, and that was so we didn't have that in the film, thankfully. So yeah, and that's one of the good things about Zoom is we can just reshoot things.
Yeah.
So and we seem to get the continuity right for the most part. And yeah, it's just a process of, because we never use any scripts. Dan, do you want to talk about, because you wrote Brat, didn't you, which didn't feature tonight, but has in other nights.
It was in,
all
yeah,
improvisation.
yeah, Brat was an episode of satire with transport satire, and I wrote it with a rough guide of script, but with a script which is quite clever, but I had to do a different version for Zoom, so it's a bit more looser, but still had the elements of the actual Brat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there was a lockdown version of Brat, but that's how we do all our scripts. So you write kind of basic plot outline, and then we improvise from there, and that's how Sylve was very much made. But Sherlock actually has a script, doesn't it? Interestingly.
Yes.
Oh.
And you made Pete say pretty much the longest sentences.
Yes. And also remember Pete asked for it.
Yeah. There you go.
Even though I checked to make sure he wanted things to be easier, he didn't want it.
Yeah. So there you go, Pete.
I remember sitting with Dan and Pete because I'd given them some advice on turning into a radio play and saying to Pete, "There's some really long, difficult speeches in here. Are you sure you want it?" And he stopped the class and literally just went, "Yes, I'll be fine."
Yeah, he didn't cut anything out. So, and that's kind of the other fun we can have is with audio as well, because I've been editing on Sherlock especially, and Tom Gray. We should do a shout out for doing all the sound work, especially for Sherlock, all the sound mixing. So yeah, so it's interesting just kind of hearing stuff that we recorded back at the bridge, like in February when we could all be together, and then going back to record some of the bits that were missing after that. So we recorded them on Zoom. And I remember we just got to the midpoint of Luke's lines, who played Inspector Lestrade. And then in the background, I hear someone yelling, "Right tea break." And then there's that whole page missing that we didn't get. And then I have to go back and say, okay, these are the lines that we didn't get. So, but tea break is very important. So
it is.
So yeah, we definitely.
A quick shout out to our brilliant Freewheelers volunteer team, because Annette's just put, who is the volunteer that supports the media group, has just put a message in the chat saying, "I'm the producer and set designer." Annette, you're far more than that, and we couldn't do anything without you.
Yeah.
You're brilliant. Thank you.
Annette was the one who had the last word almost at the end of the film night. So Pete, how was it playing Watson? And
wonderful.
Yeah.
You get most mails from all the words of what I never get to say in my own life.
Yeah. So, and it's all from a different character, but you can embody that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us, because we've got possibly, well, we definitely have got a few films coming up and theatre productions coming up next year. Do you want to tell us about Biggie, which was one of the
Yeah.
trailers that we showed?
Oh yeah, 2021.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Biggie is someone who is a drug dealer and the second film what is coming up. I got a daughter in the second film.
She's a stepdaughter from a second marriage, isn't
Yeah.
she?
Yeah. Oh yes.
And is there anyone else that you find along the way?
His second wife keeps changing name. I know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. My wife left me and gone to Switzerland.
Yeah. She went off to Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah. She ran away.
And I found a new wife.
Pete, did you divorce the first wife or did you just marry again anyway?
Spoiler alert. I'm not sure we decided that.
We have. We've not.
Yeah, stop the conversation. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you do have also possibly a half brother.
Oh yes.
Possibly.
Oh,
You, Chris.
I got a brother. It is my friend Matt.
Yeah.
I've been convinced to act. I don't know how that happened.
you've done it in the past.
I have.
Yeah.
On tour, on camera.
Yes.
Who got be up you.
Should we tell the story as to why you really want me to be in it, Pete?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Because as you will have seen through various clips in Ems's film from the Shady Oaks days and other things, Pete is often on the end of one-to-one acting with Ems and her sharp tongue occasionally. So he said, now it's my turn. And he's literally put me in almost every scene with Ems just to see
Yeah.
what happens.
And we all agreed. So
But you must remember that Ems has declared in her documentary that in the next film she's going to try to get another one up on Pete.
I
Yeah.
think so.
I'm wary already, I tell you.
So
Yeah,
even with Pete's character having a sidekick, he still might not win.
Well, Ems is a tasty opponent, so yeah.
Yeah, I've got to be ready and wary, I tell you.
Never win.
It could end up as a handicap match.
Yeah.
And I think generally the film's the brilliant struggle between the life that Pete's character's had and the new life that he's got with a stepdaughter and a new family, and what does he do and what happens. You'll have to tune in 2021 to find out.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely. Well, I'm sure all the films will be popping up on our Facebook and YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So
By the
just
way,
gonna-
several people are asking if there's going to be a box set tonight.
I think, well, we've got, we're looking at 3 films from Breaking Bonnie, which was the film that started it all. So we've got Biggie coming up, and
Great
then,
film.
yeah, literally, we started a blank page today with Broken Legend, which is McClure. who
Yes.
started out as a character also in Breaking Bonnie.
Yeah.
So I think that's our box set right there.
Yeah.
That could end up as a box set on
And
YouTube.
a quick reminder to everyone watching that if you do want to watch films again from tonight, they will be available on our YouTube page.
Yeah, and the whole film night.
YouTube.com/Facebook, Freewheelers Theatre.
Yeah,
It might be on Facebook if Facebook allows us to show
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
hopefully they'll all show on Facebook if you missed any and can get on YouTube for any reason. Another reminder just to donate. If you can donate before 10 p.m. tonight, then local giving will match fund any amount up to £75. If you go on freewheelerstheatre.co.uk and there's a donation button at the top of the page. Any final thoughts on, have we got any comments coming in, Matt? Any questions?
We have several people saying they're watching with us, including Jamie Stewart, who will be playing McClure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Said he's already got ideas and already working on it.
yeah.
Good.
Someone
There's
said
a
big-
lovely message from Dan's sister Lara, actually saying, "Well done, Dan. Enjoyed watching Sherlock and the film."
Oh,
And
good.
it's sending love from your sister. There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Somebody says Biggie has many wives. I think so far it's only 2. Who
Ah,
knows what it'll be like in McClure? Maybe we can go for 3. We'll see who's still around after.
There's
Yeah.
several people looking forward to the next film night in 2021.
Hooray. Hopefully Facebook will be fine by then.
So thank you all for all your comments and for joining
Yeah.
us this evening. It's been amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for watching.
Thank you
Obviously,
for watching, yeah.
apologies.
you for
Who's
watching.
that? There's, I'm guessing M's sister. Yes.
There we go.
You know,
There we go.
that'll probably be.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think out which one that will be because they were a duo in our quiz night recently that we've been running for our
Yeah.
Freewheelers members.
Yeah,
It was the most hilarious quiz we've ever run.
I might jump on the next one. So yeah, so thank you for watching, everyone. Apologies again for the Facebook gremlins. The films will be available in full, both on our Facebook page right here and on our YouTube page at youtube.com/Freewheelers Theatre. And if you go on to freewheelerstheatre.co.uk, there's a donation button at the top of the page if you feel able to donate. Any other final words, Chris or Dan or Ems?
What about the
I
stuff?
hope you liked
Oh.
it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you do like it, and I hope you enjoyed our member films as well.
Yeah.
Let's not
Yeah,
forget.
and
Thank
hopefully
you,
there's a
Chris,
lot more
for
of
all
those
your
to
work.
come.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for watching, and good night from Freewheelers Theatre.
Good night.
good night.
Good night.
There we go. Oh, have we ended?
Oh, boy.
I think just about. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, good.
There we go, we got
Oh, good.
We're
Yeah.
done. Well done, team.
Hooray.
Well
I
Thanks,
done.
got
Chris,
on.
for-
Sorry, guys.
You,
Dan, you did.
you joined
you're
us. You
on.
got here.
Yes, I got here.
For a long time, we thought it was going to be 2 Q&As you tried and
Yeah.
Yes,
2 you didn't get on.
I got it. So anyway,
Yeah.
Excellent. Great.
Yeah. Well done, everybody.
well
Yeah.
done.
Cool.
Right.
So this time next year, I guess.
We'll be,
I can stop signing now because nobody's watching us.
We're off YouTube. It's fine. You
We
did.
are still recording, though. We are still
Yeah,
recording.
it's true.
I'm going to stop
There
now.
we go. Yeah.
There we go.